What if everything you've been told about studying is making you dumber? Not less effective. Actually dumber. Because the habits most students treat as discipline, the late nights, the rereading, the highlighting, they don't build knowledge. They build the illusion of it. Japan has cracked something the rest of the world keeps ignoring, and in the next 6 minutes, you're going to understand exactly what it is. Pain point. You've sat down to study, you've done the work, you read everything, you took the notes, you felt ready. Then the exam came, or the meeting, or the moment it actually mattered, and the information just wasn't there. That feeling, that specific frustration of working hard and still coming up empty, isn't a reflection of your intelligence. It's the predictable result of a system designed for the short term. You were taught to study for the test, not to actually learn. These 5 secrets change that permanently. Number 1, Kaizen, the 1% rule that rewires ambition. Most people sit down with one goal: get through as much as possible. That goal is the problem. Kaizen, Japan's philosophy of continuous small improvement, runs on the opposite logic. Progress isn't measured in sessions, it's measured in depth. One concept understood fully is worth more than 10 concepts skimmed. Here's the psychology. Large, vague goals trigger cognitive resistance. Your brain reads, "Study for 3 hours," as a threat and starts looking for escape routes. But a small specific target, it feels winnable, and winnable things get done. The action. Before every session, write one sentence. Today, I will understand blank well enough to explain it out loud. One thing. That's your entire goal. Finish that one thing completely, and watch what it does to your confidence over the next 2 weeks. Secret number 2. The productivity secret hidden inside doing nothing. This is the one that feels like cheating. Is the Japanese principle of intentional empty space. The pause between notes in a melody, the silence between sentences. It isn't absence, it's a different kind of presence. Applied to studying, it means this: your brain doesn't store memory while you're absorbing information. It stores memory after you stop. The rest period is when your hippocampus replays and encodes what it just received. Skip the rest, and you're essentially deleting the save file. The action. Work in 25-minute focused blocks. Then take 5 minutes of genuine silence. No phone, no music, no switching tasks. Let your mind drift. That drift is your brain doing the filing you can't do consciously. Most people treat rest as laziness. The ones who understand treat it as the most important part of the system. Secret 3. Shoshin, the mindset that makes you learn faster. Every time, the better you think you know something, the less carefully you read it. That's not a theory. It's a documented bias, and it quietly hollows out your retention without you noticing. Shoshin means beginner's mind. It's a Zen concept Japanese scholars have embedded into the practice of learning for generations. The principle: approach even familiar material with full attention, zero assumptions, and genuine curiosity, not performed curiosity, real questions. What did I miss? What am I assuming is true? What would a complete beginner notice that I've stopped seeing? The action. Take one topic you're confident about. Read it again, slowly, as a first-timer would. Write down one thing you overlooked before. One gap, one assumption, one shallow understanding. You will always find one, always. That gap is not a failure. That gap is where real learning lives. And the next secret shows you how to use gaps like a precision tool. Secret 4. Desirable difficulty. Why easy studying is wasted time. Here is the most uncomfortable truth in learning science. If studying feels comfortable, you're probably not retaining anything. Japanese education has long understood what researchers now call desirable difficulty. The principle that information retrieved under cognitive effort is encoded far more deeply than information passively reviewed. When you reread your notes, your brain recognizes the material and generates a false signal of mastery. But recognition and recall are completely different mental processes. Recognition is useless when you're sitting in an exam. Recall is everything. The action. End every study session the same way. Close all your materials. Take a blank page. Write down everything you remember, every concept, every connection, every detail you can surface without looking. The gaps that appear on that page, that is your study list for tomorrow. This practice alone, applied consistently, has been shown in cognitive research to double long-term retention. Not roughly, measurably, double. But knowing what to study is only half the equation. The final secret is about how you enter a session, and it changes the quality of everything that follows. Secret 5. Nemawashi. Prepare the mind before you fill it. In Japanese culture, nemawashi means preparing the roots before the tree can grow, laying the groundwork quietly, carefully, before the main event. When you open a new topic cold and dive straight into dense content, your brain has no architecture to attach new information to. Every fact floats loose. Nothing connects. The cognitive load spikes and retention collapses. But if you spend 5 minutes first, skimming headers, glancing at diagrams, reading the opening and closing paragraphs, your brain builds a rough internal map, a scaffold. Then, when you study deeply, every new piece of information finds a place to land instead of drifting. The action. Before any new material, skim for exactly 5 minutes. Don't read, don't take notes, just map the terrain, then pause for 60 seconds, then go deep. 5 minutes of preparation changes the entire quality of the hour that follows. Here's what actually just happened. Use what actually just happened. You didn't pick up 5 study tips. You walked through a completely different philosophy of learning. Before this video, studying was something you endured, long, draining, and unreliable. After this, it's a precision system, small targets, intentional rest, honest gaps, effortful recall, prepared entry. Each one of these secrets is simple. None of them require more hours, more willpower, or more sacrifice. They require a different kind of attention. That's the whole shift. Start with one, just one. Apply it in your next session, then the next. Let it compound. The version of you that learns this way doesn't just perform better, they think differently. If this changed how you see learning, share it with one person still grinding on the wrong system. And the next video on how sleep and memory are more connected than anyone tells you. It's right here. Don't skip it.